Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver and today we're going to be playing Brother Gambler and this is going to be on the beta branch. So the patch is live on the beta branch. Yeah, you can see the patch notes on the Discord, or I believe they're on the client somewhere. Brother Gambler did get a nerf. So instead of every two gold getting a buff for every 2 gold lost, it's every 3 gold or mana. But also did get a third mana to kind of facilitate you getting the initial buff early, which is nice. I think we're gonna sell this shield that we picked up with our 2 Elaines to get a Sword Squire and then pick up 2 buffs here. And we are gonna get the draw, which is nice. So yeah, it's a little bit harder to abuse early. I think the buff is still worth going for. I mean, you're gonna see me going for it a fair amount in this game. Here on level 3.0, I think we're just gonna pick up a cat here. I mean, it's just gonna be provide a couple bodies, and we're gonna be able to get 2 buffs here now that the buff is increased to 3/3 instead of 1/1 on turn 1 or on level 2. Obviously, because the buff increases by 2/2 every level, so something to keep in mind. I think, yeah, I mean, you want to be buying stuff on 3. I think a fair amount, even more so than you did on the pre-nerfed version of Brother Gambler. Just because like the 3/3 buff is nice, but also like 3 gold for +3/+3 is not great. But once you get up into level 4 and the buff increases to 5/5, then I think it gets a little bit juicier, a little bit more exciting to get the +5/+5 per 3 gold. We are going to try and set up so our chameleon doesn't slay here. Just because we're going into 4 next turn, we don't really want a level 4. We did float a gold there, a gold that we didn't need to, which is a little bit unfortunate. Opponent has a lot of tokens here, but we do manage a tie. We almost slayed the chameleon, even though we tried our best not to. And yeah, I think we're gonna sell this cat, this sleeping cat, and we're just gonna run 4 characters, and basically we're just gonna hope that and just go like full buff there, just to try and get the chameleon slay, and also get extra stats on the chameleon, and we do, and it turns into a Kleck Norris. So Kleck Norris, level 5 character. If it slays 3 times, then it upgrades, and you get a level 5 treasure, which is really nice. Especially because it's a slay character, and there is a couple, or at least one treasure that's very good for slay. The Crescent Blade is nice. We did pick up Yuck the Yak, of course, the ideal Brother Gambler character. That has not changed, and we do get a slay from Kleck there. Also, Kleck gets +3/+3 per slay, and the upgraded version gets +6/+6. So scales pretty well, especially if you can get it early. Kleck's definitely a lot better if you can get it early. It's a little bit harder to slay, especially with only 15 base power on level 5, because usually people are playing 20/20s by the time you're on level 5. And we do get our two Kleck slays there, so it's going to get upgraded. We get a level 5 treasure, going to take Philosopher's Stone. It's going to upgrade our level 7, or our slot 7. And basically we kind of just want to find a Sea Witch here. We are going to take another Juliet. It goes with our Romeo-Juliet pair that we picked up together in a shop earlier. And then we get to combine the stats on our Elaine, which is nice. That's going to be a decent chunk of stats together after all those gambler buffs that we stacked up on them. We do find the Sea Witch, but because we took that Juliet, we are short on gold, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to sell here, and I think we're gonna sell the amulet and the Sword Squire. Sword Squire was pretty large, but we really need to get this Sea Witch on board right now. We're also gonna lock for this Nocturne, of course. That's gonna give everything we have slay, and yeah. So Sea Witch is gonna give everything in the front row slay, or gonna activate their slay abilities twice. And the Nocturne is going to give everything slay, of course, so they kind of work pretty well in conjunction. And of course, Kleck getting +6/+6 per slay. I mean, we're getting three triggers basically with the upgraded Sea Witch and the Philosopher's Stone slot, giving Kleck a lot of stats per slay here. I mean, +18 +18 is no joke, at least for this stage in the game. And then of course the double Nocturne Slays are gonna be nice. Decided to play the second Juliet over the Elaine, which I'm not entirely sure is correct. I think maybe this Romeo Juliet package probably already has outlived its usefulness. I mean, it's just taking up slots that we kind of need to facilitate our Slay comp here. We do find another Sea Witch and another Nocturne, so it's a couple more level 5 treasures, a couple more shots at Crescent Blade. We are not getting too many buffs on from our hero power on level 5 here, but that's fine. We are fine with that, as we are furthering our Slay game plan and kind of getting into a comp, which is I think one of the big challenges of Brother Gambler is like transitioning from a pile of stats with no direction to an actual comp. So the fact that we're actually getting this direction, we got it nice and early, and it's starting to pan out is really good. We've got our Kleck up to a very respectable 137 attack with the second Sea Witch. So we have the upgraded Sea Witch from this Philosopher's Stone plus a regular Sea Witch. So that's 4 slays plus double Nocturne giving extra slays. So that's yeah. We're getting 4 times plus 6 plus 6, then 4 times plus 1 plus 2 twice. So I guess 8 times plus 1 plus 2 as well. We did end up finding a third Juliet, which we did take. There's not a lot of 4 treasures, but I figured it was worth taking there. And we do get paid off by seeing the one treasure that we really wanted, which was Pirate Map. That was pretty much the only reason to take it there. And yeah, ended up working out for us. We do manage a tie there because of their exceptional hero attack. I mean, they are playing Hunters, of course. So that's a little bit scary. I think they can probably scale a little bit better than us. I mean, Slay historically has had a hard time scaling alongside level 6 comps. But we do see that there is a Cats player in the lobby, and we are the natural predator of the Cats comp. Every time I see one of these new U's, I'm very tempted to just fire it off on Kleck here. I mean, it's a very big golden 5. If it turns into something that cares about stats, then that could be very good. We actually do lock it. I really thought I was going to go for the new U after this. But like, we're getting so many stats per Slay with Kleck here. It's really hard to let go of all that scaling. We do get to abuse the ghost there with some Slays. And there's also so many whiffs on level 5, and we have at least 4 slots dedicated just to Slay here. We end up finding a Sea Witch triple, which is going to make our Slay, it's going to tone down our scaling a little bit, but also give us a level 7 treasure. So definitely fine with that trade-off. I think we're going to get out of here, Brother Gambler now. Changing heroes, I think, is something we definitely want to do here. We can't afford to be leaving gold on the table anymore. The small incremental buffs just aren't nearly worth it anymore. And we turned into Hercules. So with all this stats that we've been scaling with Brother Gambler, Hercules is a perfect switch here. Because of course, if we lose the fight, it looks like we might, to this very powerful Cats comp. They've got the double Cat Queen and just a lot of summons. And we've really only got like 3 units. Our back row was kind of nothing. But yeah, they knock us down below 20, and that gives us a huge power spike here. All those stats that we've been scaling through Slay and through Brother Gambler get doubled, and yeah, now we've got our Kleck almost at 500. There's a double aura item, which is pretty interesting. I think that was a double aura item, anyways. I think we definitely want the double aura item if we're gonna play this Slay comp to the end. We really wanted to find a Woman in the Moon. Woman in the Moon is pretty much the only thing we're digging for at this point. We do have the Holy Grail, so our next 2 characters are upgraded. So we definitely needed to take something. So I ended up just taking a Good Boy here. That's a very large Blackbeard there. This is the hero attack board from before. All our charged stars are enough to kind of wipe out most of their characters outside of their large ones. So Yeah, we get the win there against a comp that probably ties us most of the time. So again, that's very good for us. We ended up taking the pirate safe from our upgraded level 6. I mean, we just want to see another level 7, I think. We do again. There's that double aura item, and this good boy is, to be honest, just not doing anything on our board whatsoever. It was literally just an upgraded 6, so we sell it, and we have the ghost here. So I pull out a couple characters, and basically we're hoping to get extra scaling on the Kleck here. And honestly, what I should have done is take out the Nocturnes as well. I didn't really have enough time. I kind of decided to do that at the last second. But yeah, pulling out the Nocturnes there, I think would have given us a couple extra slays at least. It would have reduced the power of our slays by a little bit, but I think that would have been fine. We still would have gotten a ton of extra stats onto the Kleck. Alright, we got a couple level 7 treasures here thanks to the pirate safe. And tripling our Nocturne, and we're going to take the Celestial Shield. I think it was, yeah, anyways, we're taking the Shield Treasure. Basically, it's just going to increase the effectiveness of our front line. It's going to make it so, I mean, it's worse against cats because they have so many, like, points of contact. So maybe, like, that wasn't necessarily the right thing to do. Maybe just taking Golden Mimic there, or, yeah, I think it was, yeah, Golden Mimic, and then we would have gotten extra Holy Grail activations. So in hindsight, I think maybe the Shield Treasure was not the best in this matchup specifically. Although, like I said, we are actually the natural predators of cats. Even though this is a very powerful cats comp, and we did find a Doppelganger's Diamond that I kind of glossed over when we took a Celery Tea to hopefully shut down one of their summons and just reduce their power by at least a little bit. We can't have it in slot 1 with the Doppelganger's Diamond, unfortunately, but I think it's still worth playing, and it does work well with the treasure, with the Shield Treasure, as if it gets attacked into, it's not necessarily blanked. But we have to copy this giant Kleck, of course, and we finally find our Woman in the Moon, and also a second one in the shop there. We rolled quite a few times on level 6 there and never saw one, so we're very happy to see that. Unfortunately, our Celery Tea doesn't deny them any summons. It does turn off that one boost from Funny Cat, I guess, but yeah, you saw just how many stats we got, even from an unupgraded Woman in the Moon. That first Kleck Slay shot it up over 300, and yeah, you can see we make short work. Well, maybe not short work, but we do deal with the rest of the cats board pretty handily, and we get the win. We did it. We won a Slay. They said it couldn't be done. I said it couldn't be done, but apparently you can, even in a high MMR lobby. You need the right matchup, and also of course you need the right you need to hit Kleck very, very early, I think. And I mean, I guess there's even more ideal starts than this, but also I think it's mostly matchup dependent. Against a lot of other level 6 comps, I don't think this gets there. I think a lot of other things can just scale way bigger, and you'll probably just not get the slays. And also, if opponent just like found their own Shield Treasure, then it completely shuts off our comp. So a lot of factors working against Slay, but we did manage to get there. So yeah, I was glad to get this win, so I could get this video out. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Please leave a like and comment and subscribe and whatnot. I would very, very much appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.